Moment of truth. Perfect. So, hello there. Uh, First time actually getting this sorted out. Well, not first time. It's taken me like 3 different attempts and 3 failed mini streams to get this sorted out. But we're finally up. We're finally live. We're finally all good and great and all magical. But hi, my name's Nathan. I'm the guy that usually plays Kingdom Hearts without a camera. Um, I'm sorting this out. Trying new things out. Trying to get this set up. You know, all that lovely good stuff. As you can see by the name on the stream, it's an OBS test. So I've just spent ages trying to set up OBS. So we should have sound and everything. Hopefully, maybe. We don't know. We'll find out. As you can see, I'm always constantly going back to the channels to make sure. So, yeah. But today, we're going to go through some tier lists. So the first one that we're going to go through are Switch games. Ooh, exciting, I know. I have not played all Switch games, and I've also played games which have come out on different platforms, like on the Wii U or on PC and stuff. So we'll see how we go. But without further ado, let's get this started. So Hyrule Warriors, I played this when it originally came out on the Wii U, and I absolutely loved it. And first thing I did was get this. It is a great game. It is only marred by the fact that it's another Warriors game. So I would put it on the A tier list. It's great, but it's not that exciting. Next one, Super Smash. That one goes without saying. That's like S plus, just S plus. For the record, I'll also be just going through the games which I've played myself. So, World of Final Fantasy is a great JRPG, and I just love it. At first, I played on a PS3 or 4, can't remember which. I wasn't too into it. Got on a Switch, loved it. But it's not that engaging for the early on, so I put on A minus. Let's have a look. What else have I played from this list? Bayonetta, A, don't need to say anymore. Bayonetta 2, A, don't need to say anymore. Bleed, it's a good little indie platformer, so that can go in B. Dark Souls Remastered, I saw that, that's going there. That's going right up to A+, a great port. It's better than it had any right to be. Civ 6. The port itself was fine. I'm surprised by how much they've done. But it feels basic in comparison. So I'd say that goes with A- with World of Final Fantasy. Crash Insane Trilogy, I saw you. That is an S tier game. It just is. It just is. Diablo 3. Ooh. Yeah, I said B minus. It is a good game, but it's not for me. I just can't get into it. Maybe I'll change. Who knows? Doom is a better port than it had any right to be. Any right to be. So it's S80. It's just a perfect game. Let's check if there's any comments. No, of course there isn't. Oh well. So, Dragon Ball Z Fighters, amazing fighting game even. That's A plus easily. Oh Jesus! Just notice that we're not gonna go through all these games because I've not played them all. What else have I played? Don't Starve. It's alright. It's a good functional game, so it goes in a B. Grim Fandango tried to get into it, but I don't understand. It feels dated, and it's not a good type of dated. Humor and writing's really good, but the gameplay is just. It's not for me, so I'd go C. Guacamelee, that I put in so many hours and just love it. That's an S tier game. What else do we have? Mario Kart. It's not a B minus, don't worry. I'd say it's A plus. It is functionally a really good game, but for me, it doesn't have much. Doesn't retain its enjoyment all the way through, and then it becomes more of a party game. So that's the only problem. Oh, there we go. Pokemon Let's Go. Told you I haven't played most of these. It is a better game than what I expected, and I did enjoy it. But then I realised it doesn't have longevity. The only longevity you get is then connecting it to Pokemon Go. So I'd say it's B plus. It's definitely a good game, but it's not much. But it doesn't hold its value in post game, and that's what let me down. Pokken, it's a good fighter, but it was never. They tried to hype it up, but it never held its own value or its own skill or anything. So that can go in B plus. Jesus, there's a lot of these games though. While I'm at it, what I'm going to do is organise this with games I've actually played. And then I'll be called out saying, "Oh, I haven't played all these games. Why haven't you played all these games?" It's because I haven't got that much time. Okay. Being Jackbox goes up there regardless. Everyone's pretty much played Jackbox. And then move that up, and then also move that up. Sonic. So now that that's done, Sonic Mania, A plus, best Sonic game, the best. Do with those two, that one first. So South Park: The Stick of Truth, it is enjoyable. The writing is good. But I have the European version, so all the humour's lost on me. Literally, it's lost. The EU don't trust us to understand that type of humour. But it's really good, functionally really great. And the port's amazing, so I'd say that's an A. Fractured Butthole, it's good, but I don't find it as in. No, actually, I'd say it's more enjoyable, so that can go A plus. Super Mario Odyssey. I traded it in after playing 7 hours of it. Because I didn't... For me, it's a great platformer. But it's not something I'm going to go and play all the time. But it's still a good game. It's still a good game. Oh, it's going A+. Super Meat Boy, that's S tier even. Fire Emblem Three Houses, that's just an amazing game. That's S+. I've gone through so many playthroughs. I've got the expansion pass pre-order and everything as well. Tales of Vesperia, try to get into. The gameplay's good, but I can't get proper into it. But the mechanics of the game are good. So I say it's B+. Rocket League, it's playable, it's good. But it's not my thing. So B-. And then there's Breath of the Wild, which my best mate's watching this, which she might be. I haven't played that much of it. But I do enjoy it, and it's so fresh. So on that note, S+ all the way. I will get into Zelda. When I get a capture card, I might even start streaming it. So yeah, actually I might just bump up Grim Fandango to a C+, just for the writing. But yeah, here's my little Nintendo tier list based on this pre-existing one, which you can see here. And you might have also already spotted this tab. We're going to go through, even though it annoys me sometimes, Kingdom Hearts games. Now, some of these I've not actually played, but I've watched through the HD collection. So, in those cases, I'll be going based on those versions. But we might as well start with the very first one, Kingdom Hearts 1. It's good, but it's so dated now. It will go C tier. And then which one did I play next? I played Chain of Memories. And I got this on both, played the PS3 version, but I grew up with the GBA version, and I absolutely loved it. And I thought the story was mental. It was mental as heck. And it was just mysterious and everything. I remember all the memories of that. I remember having all my GBA and everything. So that can go A tier. Kingdom Hearts 2, I've put so many hours into it. Put so many hours into the PS2 version, got the PS3 version, played a lot of hours of that. Then got the PS4 version, absolutely loved that. So I'd say there we go. I'd say it's S tier. Say S tier. And then then I will go with all the other ones. So with the spin-offs. So 358 over 2. Keep in mind, not playing the game itself. I'm going based on the story. Story's good. But it doesn't really add much value, I think. But it's not as outdated as Kingdom Hearts 1. Or I might do this. Yeah, I can't play Kingdom Hearts 1 anymore. I just can't. So that's getting bumped down. 358 over 2 is C tier. Then we had re-coded. So this brought about the idea of datascapes, and then it brought out about the idea of there being data within like physical objects and stuff like that. Which as a concept's cool, but it only really exists to set up having Sora know about Terra, Aqua, and Ventus, and knowing hers and all that stuff. So I'd say it's E tier. Concept, no, actually it's D tier. Concept's great, but it doesn't add value. Then we have, which one would be next? Birth by Sleep. I talk about this all the time. Command crafting. So crafting your cures and your curagas and your fire and firers and all of that. Amazing. I'd easily say it's S tier. It's one of the best. Then we had 3D Dream Drop Distance, which was an interesting experiment, but most of the mechanics in terms of the creatures were just underutilized, with the dream meters and everything, so I'd say that's a B tier. So let's go to Chain of Memories. And it's not, but it's better than 358 because it actually has a story and it's very interesting. Birth by Sleep 0.2, it was good, but it could have just been in Kingdom Hearts 3 and no one would care. It didn't really add much apart from Mickey being naked and that being actual canon. So, but it's not, it's playable. I'd say C tier. Then we have Union Cross, which is the mobile game. Oof. I have done some reading up about this. And it's interesting, and obviously, spoilers, you need it for Kingdom Hearts 3. But I don't think the game itself is enjoyable at all. I'd say that's C tier as well. Then we have Kingdom Hearts 3, the game which I'm currently streaming and absolutely loving all the cutscenes. Loving all the cutscenes. Absolutely. But the gameplay's solid. You just don't get much of it. And it does do some interesting things with its story, but it doesn't feel like it pays off. Oh, I'd say that's Kingdom Hearts. That's a B. Yeah, that seems about right. But let me know what you think if you haven't already. So I'm just trying these things out. Let me know how you think I did. Let me know how the OBS is treating. Yeah. And yeah. Have a good evening. Whoopsie daisy. There we go.